Yo, people come back to the fix, quick fix that is born right here with Ari and Javi.
What's up?
The two look nice.
Oh,
Today.
thanks.
Two looking nice though.
You look nice yourself.
I thank you.
I don't think he meant that for me. I think
I
just
said
you.
the two on.
Are you supposed to say thanks
You
and
know what I
keep
mean?
it moving?
Exactly.
Don't let it linger.
You know? Teacher no jobs.
I don't think he meant it for me.
I said the two on.
What if it mean it? Thanks. So.
So it for go man. Thanks like you keep it moving.
Thanks.
You know what I mean? There we go. Sizzla.
You can't be bitter Betty. Come on.
Cannot. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
Anyways, people, quick fix time. Javi, for the people who don't know what that's all about, please do tell them. But before you do that, tell them what's brought to them by.
Sure. Quik Fix is brought to you by Prison Marketing Consultants, the public relations and media platform catering to the Caribbean diaspora. Quik Fix is also brought to you by Magnum. Magnum celebrating 25 years of dancehall. Quik Fix is a run-up of the news that we've missed in the week. So, let's get started. Following the failed Vybz Cartel concert, the Trinidad and Tobago Promoters Association, TTPA, has distanced itself from the organizers of the controversial One Caribbean Music Festival and is now calling for sweeping legislative reform in the entertainment and tourism sectors, citing the need for modern protections for patrons, creatives, and promoters. Describing the situation as pivotal, the association is leveraging the widespread fallout to press for urgent policy changes and improved industry standards. On the other hand, the promoter behind the event is breaking its silence. Jacko Entertainment Limited, the company responsible for booking dancehall icon Adidja Vybz Cartel Palmer, says the nearly $1 million it paid to secure the DJ services was acquired through fully legitimate and traceable means. Jacko Entertainment, as a fully registered and law-abiding entertainment promotion company, conducted all foreign exchange transactions through legal, regulated, and verifiable financial channels, the company said in a media release issued Wednesday. So guys, what do we make of all this that's happening right now?
On me first? Okay. The long-standing effects of this fallout from this failed concert, it seems, is going to be far-reaching. I believe that because there's been so much bad press forwarding from this event, I feel like the powers that be in a Trinidad, that they feel them feel that way. Them feel like that there's going to be left a stain on not only the entertainment business, but in some ways their economy. Because now people are going to question, exactly, because some people are going to question like their ability to put on events and, you know, their ability to host events of certain magnitude. And dignitaries of certain magnitude, because I can't take Cartel, you know, every promoter can handle a Vybz Cartel. I feel like when them look at the figures as well involved with this event, I believe in the history of Trinidad, these are probably one of the highest paid individuals that has ever get a one sum payment for doing anything with Trinidad. When them probably look on the figure and say, like, wherever you pay somebody, like anybody ever get paid that amount of money for do anything in Trinidad ever?
Yeah.
Like when them pre them thing there. So we feel like them type of thing them look on and say, well, no, we probably need to look into this and make a probe about what's going on. So the promoter claims everything was via legitimate means. So at this point we can only give the benefit of the doubt. A whole heap of things a man there go through, you know. The public scrutiny. Right, no, it seems like Trinidad are looking upon him and all them things. Yeah, it's tough.
It's a lot.
Being that promotion right now. It's very tough. It's a lot.
Promoter.
Well, the promoter and that promotion I'm affiliated with. Associated. Yeah.
Oh, One Caribbean Music Festival.
No, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. It has far-reaching consequences, obviously. This failed show. But when you were talking, what came to mind, I remember when Burna Boy He performed in Jamaica, and I think he went to Trinidad as well, and they also had mishaps. But you guys don't probably remember that. It literally just come to me.
Yeah.
So I'd have to double check, but I'm about 90% sure like it was just a whole thing in Trinidad with Burna Boy. So, but some of it was I guess the vagaries of the weather too, because they were saying it was a rainy, and you know that was also an issue. But I do remember people were complaining about the production of Burna Boy's performance in Trinidad. So, you know, I guess you're right, like tourism too, and like probably people are kind of saying, can Trinidad really handle a massive show like massive shows overall? But I don't know. I don't think it should be such a stain on them. Things happen. I guess they just probably overbooked their performers, which usually happen. You know, you have Sizzla, you have Vybz Kartel, you have Sizzla, you have Molly.
Well, Molly
Don, right? But Molly, but I'm saying Molly because she has one of the biggest songs for the year. So, you know, she's probably gonna, maybe she's not charging $1 million US, but I'm sure she's charging a significant amount because again, she have a hot song. So it's just, I'm trying so much to like sit like a princess, but it's not working. But no, yeah. So it's just like probably they overextended themselves. So maybe them just have to recoup and just say maybe one major headlining act, and you know, and then just kind of take it to tier. But just look at it like just it's not. I don't think it's something supposed to be so catastrophic or damning for them. Just recoup. Look at the things that went right. I'm sure things went right, and look at what didn't go right, and make the adjustments accordingly. I don't think it is. I don't think it's fatality.
It's hard to see something went right for the event.
Tony Clark perform. Are you?
Yeah. But big up,
but it was a tough
Kev.
crowd.
Big up Kev, because Kev said, I saw somebody or say Big Kev, big up yourself, Big Kev. But them say if they didn't see him, so they should have known it now go happen.
Yeah,
He's
they
not
never
at the
see my
airport.
airport.
So they should have known. So
They
you're
never
right,
say
like
airport,
you
they
know,
should know,
big bad Kev. If you see big bad Kev at Escort,
Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, Johnny Bravo, and I see them at Escort. The people them you just know say it not gonna work out, but. Yeah, just recoup. You said there are certain things, like there's a lot of things that went bad for them, right? But yeah, just recoup.
More bad than good.
But I don't think it's like fatality for them. Just recoup. As you talk about them expenses too, there's a lot looking at it too, because again, it's like a really significant sum to pay Cartel, Sizzla, Molly, and all the other acts that are on the show. So it's like you really have to wonder. But remember, say them have aisle money.
Yeah,
economy is a booming.
It's a booming economy. It's small but talawa.
Is that so? And of course,
that's Jamaica.
The finance minister of Trinidad was like, such a large sum of foreign currency amid a national forex crisis.
Yes, there is a forex crisis. Yeah.
What go on, yes, sir? Where you get that the money there from?
Yeah. I'm trying to look at the positive for them. Just focus on the good. Show your assets, declare your income, and make sure everything's on the up and up. But
based upon you, we can look in at your accounts, you know, brother. Like based upon what your accounts are set.
Why you always?
I cannot ever say like based upon what your accounts are set. The savings line up with. You see me?
It's not adding up.
Yeah, it not add up.
Wash and go. Yeah. That's what I.
No, I didn't say anything.
But you're right, Ari. You're right. It's a lot to learn from.
Yeah.
So then they can use this experience so that they can learn and do better next time.
It's not fatality. Them have one more staging before it's wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Gotcha.
Oh gosh, moving on. So it appears Sizzla's team expressed that they expected to receive the same compensation as Vybz Kartel for One Caribbean Music Festival in Trinidad. So in a Q&A with E.T. and T, the question asked was, why did Sizzla Kalonji withdraw if he was already in the country? And the response from promoter Odin Anderson reads, we had every intention of fulfilling Sizzla's contract. However, following Cartel's withdrawal, his team communicated that they now expected the same amount Cartel was contracted for. They felt Sizzla should be considered the new headliner, which is understandable. The reasoning was also solid, noting that Cartel is on tracks and Sizzla has a full live band. But financially for us, this was simply not something we had planned for or agreed to. So, what do we make of this?
Yeah, because you can't really ask back Cartel fee money. Since you know perform, you can send it back.
Just pay, me already paid on for a new house in Miami.
It's like, since you're not performing, no, I totally understand Sizzla's expectation. I mean, if he would now be the main headlining act, and of course Sizzla is huge in Trinidad. I can attest to that. So I mean, I'm sure the patrons, I mean, they would have been disappointed. They would have been disappointed not to see Sizzla, but not to see Cartel. But I'm sure Sizzla would have been a good I don't want to say makeup, but just a good cover for the loss of the main or the initial endlining act of Cartel. So I expect that, but I guess as them said, them they done negotiate and them they done say, but so Sizzla said, well, if you pay him that and you not pay me that, then me not have to perform. Simple and done. So that each person, well, Sizzla and his team rightly so made a decision, and they felt that it would have probably been disrespectful not to give me what the main headlining act should have gotten. And if you don't want to pay me, that's fine. I don't need to perform. So, you know, I mean, again, it's just like the fallout of this whole Cartel thing is really massive, because I guess the transparency, most people think it's good. I think it's good, but then, you know, you have a lot to answer to, and everybody's gonna like, but if you pay him, you need to pay me this and da 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 and da 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 da. So it's going to be a bunch of things. But I guess they done max already, done spent. So you never have no money for Sizzla. So that's unfortunate. Boy, just you know, one major act and then that should have been it.
Truly, the domino effect.
Yeah.
We talked about it midweek in the podcast about, you know, the discussion surrounding the can of worms that the revelation of what Cartel was paid would open up. And I posited that I feel like it would only affect the marquee top tier acts. And now we're seeing it play out, even though this could be looked at in a vacuum, because it's a case where there was a headline act. The headline act, for whatever reason, is no longer there. The person who is next up on the marquee say, hey, I am no headline act, so me want the money what the previous headline act was getting, so pay up. Will it affect his fee going forward? Let us see. I'm not sure, but still, the artists them attack. In business, and we know this, Ari, is not necessarily what you value. It's what you can negotiate. Cartel negotiate that for himself, and based on what the promoter said in this interview, this is what Sizzla negotiated and agreed to. Now, extenuating circumstances, of course, present itself for him. Say, all right, me I know a dining act, so I want the money there. Which the promoter them say, yeah, fair and fine, but to all the savings and the chicken still, like, we don't think we can get that right now, boss, because, you know, we might have to pay back some people some money and give back some refund. And Sizzla say, all right, me I go walk. And the promoter them say, boy, it's your prerogative. Like, you're left with even more of a fuckery spot, but I just saw. Yeah, I mean, at the price of doing business. So, the can of worms. Yeah, man. Again, what is open.
I mean, transparency is good, but then, you know, as you said, people are going to talk, people are going to compare. And people, right? If this, I need to get paid this, but it's egregious, though, that the disparity between Sizzla and
what is what Cartel, is what Sizzla and team negotiated.
That's crazy.
That's what they negotiated and agreed upon, right? As me say, will they now what Cartel get for the show as headline marquee act and say, maybe we need to up our fees?
Yeah. Maybe Sizzla was like, okay. Maybe they didn't initially know what Cartel was getting,
which
I
don't
think they did.
Never know.
So when the Cartel release it now and bust it out, like,
well, I know Cartel release it, and the promoter then release it.
Because maybe there were talks that him actually never get no money. That's why he never wanna come.
It was in the name of transparency, but you know it was
It definitely
we don't see what go on with the shadiness.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
You know what I mean? But this will be a lesson to all heap of artists in negotiation, valuing yourself, what you're worth, business like.
Big up the
yeah.
TT peeps. So you can't gonna get physical test. You should have come at December show. Abi.
Probably enough of them did.
Yeah.
I mean, enough of them did, but they were looking forward. Yes, they were looking forward to Cartel.
Yeah.
TT people don't vex with it more than they need to be. All right, we just feel like say KFC better than yours. That's all. That's all. And bacon sharkies and all that. Yeah. That's all. We love it.
It ain't all doom and gloom.
Yeah.
They will come back if a promoter
Hopefully.
get everything right next time.
Hopefully.
Payment, execution, everything.
But I will also say this.
All align.
Well, I will also say this, right? No for them artists that ego gonna get hurt. No for them feel like saying you can command a certain audience and when put to the test, you're not gonna say you can't. So enough artists ego gonna get hurt from them type of experience, yeah. I'm telling you.
A part of the learning process.
No when you know a dinghy, no when you know a yacht, no when a cruise line, no when you know a banana boat.
What's a dinghy?
Go look it up. No one on a lifeboat.
Wow.
A raft.
Yeah, a raft.
Yeah.
A canoe.
Anyways.
Boat references finished. Yeah.
Still all important.
Mhm.
Anyways, that's it for Quik Fix. Thank you very much for watching. And remember to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment down below.
How much you feel like Sizzla forget paid in a real life?
Enough money.